Hi, my name is John James and I am writer and campaigner for male victims of female perpetrated domestic violence, and this is From the Darkness. Welcome to another episode of From the Darkness, and today we are going to talk about narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse is an extremely dangerous type of abuse. So what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about 9 things that you will come across and that you will be subjected to really when dealing with a narcissistic abuser. So let's get right on to with number 1. The perfect fit is exactly what it says. She will be a perfect fit to you. You will possibly fall in love with her at first sight. I thought I fell in love with my abuser at first sight, and she will be the perfect fit. She will love everything that you love. She'll give you everything that you've ever wanted. She'll give you all the affection, all the attention. She will love you like nobody's ever seemed to have loved you before. Unfortunately, it's fake. Already, she before you get together with her, she's done her research. She knows what you like. She listens to every word you say. She knows what you like. She knows what turns you on. She knows what you desire in your life, and she'll match herself to all those desires, all those likes, all those wants and needs that you have. I told her about how I'd been married for a long time and how I'd always wanted a child. Suddenly, she wants a child. She wants a child with me. She'd love a child with me. She thinks I'd make a great father. Amazing. Amazing. I fell for all that and I was like, oh my God, somebody who wants a child with me. I can't wait to have a family. Of course, that was all lies. When arguments did break out, she said, if I ever got pregnant with your child, I'd have it aborted. So what I wanted, what desire that I had was used against me. Don't feel bad if you do fall for them, because that's what they want you to do, and you'll fall for them in a big way, not like just a normal relationship where people become in love. It will be like an addiction. It will be like nothing you've ever felt before, because it will be a part of the narcissistic abuse. It's called trauma bonding. And trauma bonding is they bombard you and bombard you and bombard you with love and affection, and you just you can't let go. They walk away, you want them back. Doesn't matter that they've hurt you, doesn't matter how abusive they are, you need them back in your life. And there are cases of men who've been drug addicts, been addicted to heroin, and they've gone through a narcissistic relationship and said that breaking that bond in the relationship is harder than coming off heroin. That's how powerful the trauma bonding is. And that's how the narcissistic abuser will get you. And that's how they control you in the end. So a perfect fit is exactly what it is. She is perfect for you. The lie will be about everything. It's not about one particular thing, it'll be about everything. It's big lies, tiny lies, but continuous lying. And unlike me and you, if we get caught in a lie, we might go, okay, you got me, I lied. But they won't do that. And even if they do, they will say, so what? Just brush it to one side. Doesn't matter. The lying is all about this. It's all about controlling this. Because as soon as this is controlled, that's it. They can really abuse you then. They can do whatever they want. They can manipulate you, mess with you like Play-Doh when they get inside this. And this goes along with something that I'll talk about in a bit. You think you're crazy. Because you will. Because even though you know that they are lying, 100% know that they are lying, they won't admit it. And when they don't admit it, you begin to question whether you are seeing something wrong or whether they are a liar. And believe me, eventually it will be you who's seen it wrong. That's how you'll envision it. You're the one who's wrong, not them. And that's what it is. It's a way of getting inside your head. But the lie will be continuous. The lie will be about big things, small things, and will be about everything. One of the major things that you'll find when you read books on abuse is a phrase, walking on eggshells. And with a narcissistic abuser, you will eventually be walking on eggshells. You'll be treading very, very carefully because you won't know what kind of person that you're going home to. I know from my own personal experience that I would go home to Monica. I wouldn't know which Monica I was going to walk into. I'd go in through the door and I could have the door burst open. Baby, baby, throw her arms around me, give me a kiss. Oh, brilliant. My heart would soar, but it would sink very, very quickly if I got into the flat and I got a harsh word straight away, because I knew that would escalate during the evening. Or I would get in and I'd get nothing at all. I'd get nothing at all, no communication. I would approach her and try to sort things out, and she'd just fuck off. Literally, fuck off. Leave me alone. Don't want to know you. You make me sick. So I didn't know what kind of Monica I was going to walk into. And if you're with a narcissistic abuser, you won't know what kind of partner you're going to walk into. You might walk into a great evening. In my particular case, even if I walked into a great evening, the great evening didn't last very long. But you may walk into a great evening, you may have a fantastic time, but sooner or later you're going to walk into a complete bastard, an awful version of your partner. So constantly you will learn to walk on eggshells. One of the most powerful tools in an abuser's arsenal is to isolate you. So you have no friends, you have no family, all you have is her. And that's what she wants. She doesn't want you to go out, she doesn't want you to see anybody, definitely doesn't want you talking to people about her. She wants to keep up this facade of perfection. So you will be isolated from friends and family. There will be several ways she could do this. My abuser turned me against all my work friends, all my work colleagues. She worked in the same care home as me, and she said that everybody hates me. Nobody likes me there. Everybody hates me. So I grew suspicious of everybody that I was working with, and that cut me off from them. I told my parents and my friends the first time that we broke up exactly what she was like. My friends and family said, never go back. Don't go back to her. You can't go back. And I did. I did go back. And when I did go back, I didn't tell my friends or family that she was like that anymore. I told her that she was fine, that she was great, that she was perfect for me again. And so I was totally 100% isolated. And that's what the narcissistic abuser and abusers, like I say in general, want you to feel. They want you to feel isolated. The narcissistic abuser will have an overblown sense of self. They will think they're better than anybody else, they're prettier than anybody else, they are more intelligent than anybody else, they're better at their job than anybody else. They're definitely better than you. You're shit compared to them. They're amazing and you're just garbage. My abuser would stand in front of a mirror, she'd stripped her underwear, and she'd stand in front of the mirror and she'd, oh, God, you're so pretty. And she was like that all the time. That's how she'd be all the time. She was better at a job than anybody else. She always slagged off people that she worked with and always said that, oh, this is how I would do things. This is how you have to do things. And, you know, she was the best at everything. She was the prettiest. She used to say that English girls, because she was Romanian, she used to say that English girls were fat and ugly. Romanian girls were beautiful. And like I say, she stood in front of mirrors telling herself how beautiful she was. So they have an overblown sense of self. And together with that sense of self, they need constant adoration. Continuous adoration. Never put down a narcissistic abuser. I shall get what I'm coming to later on, which was explosions of anger. You'll get that if you criticize a narcissistic abuser. But they need constant adoration. Monica would constantly want me to tell her how beautiful she was, tell her how wonderful she was, tell her how much I loved her. The more I told her these things, the more that she'd want them. I'd tell her that she was beautiful 50 times a day, she'd want it 100 times a day. So an overblown sense of self is definitely a trait of a narcissistic abuser. I want to put two things together now, and that is abusers will never be blamed and the tables have turned. An abuser won't take blame for anything. They don't take responsibility for anything. They never do anything wrong. They never abused you. They never shouted at you. They never hit you. Although, when they do hit you, when they do shout at you, and when they do abuse you, it's your fault. It's always your fault. Monica would hit me and then say, see what you made me do. She'd never take responsibility for it at all. It was always my fault. I'm the one that ruined her life. I'm the one that made her hit me. I'm the one that made her scream at me. And that's what the abuser does. The abuser will blame you for everything. And eventually, you'll start to believe that you're to blame. Eventually, what I said earlier about messing with this will tell you that you're blamed for everything. That only if you could change would everything be fine. If only you could change, she'd stop hitting you. If only you could change, she'd stop screaming at you. She'd stop treating you so badly. Because it's your fault that she's treating you so badly. So together with her overblown sense of self, together with the lying, together with the keeping you isolated, it's all controlling you and all turning it on you, and you're to blame for everything. what I said earlier, you think you're going crazy, and you will. It's called gaslighting. And gaslighting is basically telling you lies so often that it will change your sense of reality. You'll end up living in a world where you don't know left from right, where you don't know up from down. You'll know something is going on, but then they'll tell you that that's not going on. And they'll tell you that often, and that they're that convincing that you will actually believe that you are the one that's going crazy. Oh my God, they're right. There is nothing going on. What the hell am I thinking about? There's a film where the original term gaslighting comes from. There's a film called Gaslight from 1938, remade in 1944. And that is about a man who is gaslighting or lying to a woman, like he moves things and she says that they've been moved and he said, no it hasn't, no it hasn't. And then he'll hide something in her pocket and she'll have lost it and she was trying to find it, and then he'll take it out of her pocket and said she had it all the time. And she eventually starts going crazy, thinking, what the hell am I doing? There's also what has become a bit of an urban myth, but it perfectly demonstrates gaslighting. A woman walks into her house and she finds her husband on the settee making love to another woman. And she's shocked. Who is this woman? Who is this woman? And the man turns to her and says, this is not a woman, it's a waterfall. And obviously the woman is like, don't be so stupid, and goes crazy at him. But he never breaks on that lie. It's not a woman, it's a waterfall. It's not a woman, it's a waterfall. And because he never moves on that lie, she eventually goes mad. Now that's a bit of a silly story, and I'm sure that a lot of ladies out there wouldn't fall for that one. But it demonstrates gaslighting. You lie and you lie and you lie, and eventually the victim will believe the lie and will believe themselves going a little bit crazy. Lastly, explosions of anger. You will get a nuclear bomb of anger. Now, I know a few people who've been through abuse who have not seen anger. It's all been manipulation. It's all been mind control. It's all been coercive control. But you will get, a lot of people will get explosions of anger. I got so much anger, and the longer the relationship went on, the more anger I got, the more violence was involved. I think I've told you this before, that she put me in hospital one time and I was on crutches for 3 weeks. And during those 3 weeks, I was called a faker by her. Again and again and again, I would get anger. I would be controlled by sex. Sometimes she wouldn't have sex at all. Get off me, you disgust me, I hate your hands on me. And then other times I'd be frightened not to have sex because I knew that if I didn't, the aggression would come. So aggression, even the threat of aggression, was used as a manipulative tool. So explosions of anger is a huge problem, not only in the anger itself, not only in the aggression itself, but with the control that it eventually has. The threat of violence is the control. So as we can see, narcissistic abuse is an extremely dangerous type of abuse. She may seem perfect at first, she may seem unbelievably amazing, and you'll fall head over heels for the girl, but then she'll lie, she'll be deceitful, She'll blame you for everything. She'll confuse you. She has this overblown sense of self where she's amazing and you're not. You're a piece of shit. And then comes the anger. Then comes the aggression. Please be safe, especially in this time of isolation. Talk to somebody, get to somebody, report anything, any abuse at all. Report it, please, 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 because it's very, very dangerous and you're in a very precarious position, especially in these times of coronavirus. Okay, thank you for listening again. It's been a pleasure. So until next time, take care, look after yourselves. Peace. Hello, I hope you liked that video, and if you did, you can catch a lot more of my videos on YouTube. Please like the video and be much appreciated if you could subscribe. And I'll be back again with another video on male victims of female perpetrated domestic violence very soon. Take care out there. Peace.